Welcome to today's class. In today's class, we'll be talking about the minor scales. Talking about the minor scales, how to construct minor scales. All right, it's going to be a very quick one. Now, remember when we talked about minor scales initially in the previous class lesson. We talked about minor scales as either being what? Melodic or harmonic. Alright? Of course, we still have the natural minor scales. And if you remember in the last class, we said that the melodic minor scale, ascending is different from descending. For the harmonic minor scale, ascending is the same as descending. So, if you know how to construct the melody minor scale, you sharpen your 6th and 7th, the 6th and 7th notes of a natural minor scale. But when you are descending, while ascending, you sharpen the 6th and 7th note of the natural minor scale. But when you are descending, you remove the sharps and the flats. So it becomes back to the natural minor scale when descending. For the harmonic minor scale, when you are ascending, you sharpen the 6th, the 7th notes. When you are descending, the sharp still remains. So that's the thing. But what we're going to look at today is how to construct, just like we did in your major scales, you can construct minor scales using accidentals as well as key signatures. Alright? Using accidentals as well as key signatures, just like you did in your major scales. Accidentals just means put the accidentals where they are as you construct the scale. Key signature is what is those accidentals, instead of putting them on the notes as you construct your scale, just put all those accidentals, put them at the beginning of the scale, let them form your key signature, and then you don't need to add them on the scale as you go along on the note. Now the first one we're going to look at will be the scale of A, the scale of A minor. So how do you construct the scale of A minor? Remember, here I'll just limit myself to, because it's grade 1, I'll limit myself to harmonic minor. Okay? Harmonic minor. How do you construct? So there's what you've been taught relative keys, relative skills, am I right? So what is the key signature? What key signature is this going to have? How do you know? So a minor normally takes the key signature of its relative major. Let me note that. A minor scale takes the key signature of its relative major. Alright? They don't have so every minor scale don't have a key signature of its own. It normally takes on the key signature of its relative major. And how do you get the key signature how do you get the relative major of a minor scale? How do you get the relative major of a minor scale? You get the relative major of a minor scale by simply moving 3 semitones forward. So that means 3 semitones to get the relative major of a minor scale. 3 semitones forward. Okay? Now, if we go back to the scale of A that we said we wanted to construct, the scale of A, what will be the relative major of A minor? If you move 3 semitones from A forward, what will be the relative major? C, correct. So the relative major of A minor is C. So it means that A minor doesn't have any key signature. It's natural because it's assuming the key signature of C major. Now, let's now do the scale of A. Now, for this exercise, I'm going to only do, for each of the keys, I will only do either, you can do them on the treble stave or on the bass stave, all right? So what I'm only going to do on one of those staves, and then you'll be able to do the other one on your whole. So let's start with A minor. A minor, okay? All right, so let's go back to, now A minor is, I'll just, so let me do this on treble stave. Remember, you can do it on the bass stave. You can do it on the bass stave. Now, what is for the harmonic interval, or for the harmonic scale, minor scale, what is our intervallic structure? Do you remember? Our intervallic structure is tone what? Tone, semitone.
Tone, semitone.
Tone, semitone. Tone.
Tone. Tone. Semitone.
This is semitone, and then you have 3 semitones, all right, and then you have a semitone. Don't forget that. Okay, so this is, once you have this, you know this, you can use it to construct your scale. Okay, so now let's go. Like I said, I'm only going to do A minor. All right, so where is A on this stave now?
The first space.
First space, all right. So let's start from there.
Oh, sorry, second space.
Second space. So this is, remember you have to draw the first note before you start counting. So a tone will be what? From A will be what? B, all right. So that is this. Then a semitone from B will be what?
C.
Which is this. Then a tone from C will be what?
D.
Then a tone from D.
E.
A tone from E.
F.
Sorry, a tone, no, it's a semitone.
Oh, semitone.
You have to follow here, F, yeah. Then 3 semitones.
From F.
Yes.
It's G sharp.
G sharp, correct. It should be G if it is, because natural is just G, but because in not only you sharpen the 7th. So that's why you have that G sharp. Because we're always sharpening the 7th, that's why we have 3 semitones here. Alright, so G sharp. So please note that. You put your sharp, G sharp, and then what do you have after that? A semitone from G sharp is what?
A.
A. So you see you land on A again. That shows that you're correct. So but it has to be, let me clean this, sorry, and put it here. So it has to be on a ledger line. Okay? You can, if you want, you can slur everywhere you have your semitones. You can slur everywhere you have your semitones. So this is ascending. A minor, harmonic minor. It's the same, whether it's accidental or key signature, because you know you're using the key signature of C. So you don't see the relation. The only thing is that you have to sharpen the 7th, so it's that way. And when you're also descending, so let me do descending also, just for the sake of completing it. Let me do descending also for the sake of completing it. So we have, everything will be the same. Alright? Everything will be the same. So we have our sharp here. Because now we are descending, and then we keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, until you get to A. And then you can as well also. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Straightforward. You can do this on the bass clef also. If it is the bass clef, you know you're going to start on the first bass. Okay? So do you have any question about A minor?
No, sir.
So harmonic minor, remember, it's just pretty much, actually this is, if you invert C major and you start C major from the 6th note, alright? Because you know it's in the key of C major. If you start C major from the 6th note, which is A, and you just go from A to A, but C major, A to A, you have A natural minor. When you now add a shaft to the 7th note, it becomes A harmonic minor. So even if you can't remember how to construct this, let me just give you another clue. I've forgotten this tone, I can't remember it again. What can I do? What is the harmonic major? What is the relative major? There's C is the relative major, then start from the 6th note of that C. And just, so it's still this, do your scale of C, don't add any sharp or flat, but start from the 6th note and end on the 6th note, and then go and sharpen whatever is the 7th note. You understand? So there are two ways you can, this is just giving you different ways of thinking about this. You can use your intervallic structure, or you can think about it, what is the relative major? Construct the natural minor out of that relative major. The natural minor is just start from the 6th note and end on the 6th note. Don't use whatever is on that major scale. Don't add anything. When you are finished doing that, you can now sharpen this. Don't forget to always sharpen the 7th note. That sharpened 7th is what makes it harmonic. Okay, so can I rub this off now? Okay, so now what's the next thing now? I think we have 2 more keys to go. What's the next key?
E minor.
You said?
E minor.
E minor. Now, E minor. E minor. E minor. What is the relative major of E minor? Because you have to, once you see a minor, quickly you think about the relative major. To know
G.
G, good, because E, F, G, alright? Just 3. E, F, G, 3 semitones. So it means it will use the key signature of, so like I told you, what you just need to do is construct the scale of G. G, A, B, C, F, and then now start from the 6th notes, which will be E. Alright? Let's do it. Let's try it together. Let's leave the intervallic structure and try this method I've taught you. Let's construct the scale of G major first. You have what? G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Alright? But let's start now. Let's get the natural minor out of this. Start from the 6th note. Okay? So let me rub off all these ones then. And start from here. Okay? E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. So this is the natural minor. This is natural minor. But to now make it harmonic, what do I do?
Sharpen the.
What do I sharpen?
The 7th.
What's the 7th?
D.
D. Good. So if you draw this on your scale, it's E. But somebody that sees this will think, oh, maybe the key signature has to know. It's only F sharp. That's the key signature. You understand? This one is only added because of the harmonic. So so the question that can come from here is that you should construct this scale either using key signature or accidentals. So for this one, do you want me to use key signature? Do you want me to use key signature or accidentals?
So if you did a key signature, you want to add the accidentals?
Yes, I won't have the accidentals.
Can you do accidentals, please?
Accidentals, okay? So let's do accidentals on the bass clef, because the other one we did treble clef, alright? Let's do the accidentals on the bass clef. Sorry, my pen is fainting and I just want to manage it. Alright, so this is the bass clef now. Alright? So, I don't need to put anything here because you said accidentals. So, this is what we have. Okay? Now be careful. In the exam, they can give you something like this and put it on the stage for you and tell you the accidentals and tell you what key is this. If you want to know, if they're giving you a clue that this is a minor scale, how do you know this key? What key is this? Go and cancel the 7th sharp. Then you can find out what other sharps or flats are remaining. With that, if you don't cancel this, you'll be confused. You will think it is a sharp family that has 2 sharps, alright? But it's not it. So if you are giving only the notes and you are asked what minor key is this, you start thinking, okay, no, what you need to do is cancel the 7th sharp so that it's natural minor now. Because when you cancel this 7th sharp, you have a natural minor. From the natural minor, you can now find out what, because whatever sharp or flat you have in the natural minor is the major, the key that has that sharp or flat in the major sense is the key. Does that make sense?
So you just remove the 7th sharp, and then how do you know the key from there?
If you remove this 7th sharp, what other sharp is remaining?
The F sharp.
And so which key has F sharp?
Oh, so you just have to know that E minor has F sharp.
Yes, it's G major that has F sharp. So already you know that this is the key signature. This is in the key signature of G. All right. So it's E harmonic minor. Because if you remove this, I know that this is F sharp. I mean, this is just F sharp, and it belongs to this G major. So this is E natural minor, but with this F sharp, with this 7th sharp, it becomes harmonic minor. So let's do this now. So where is our E? Where is our E?
The first line.
This is
bass
clef.
The bass clef.
This is bass clef.
Oh, sorry. It's on the 2nd space.
This one.
3rd space.
Okay, if you start here, you're going too far up. You can't. That's why you have to be careful where you start. Why don't you start? This is G. So why don't you start from the first ledger line?
Oh.
Because this is G, then the space here is F, and the first ledger line is C.
Okay.
Because then you can go from here to here. But if you start from here, this E here, you'll be going to.
Oh.
So let's start from here. Already, if you use the same intervallic structure, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, then maybe 3 semitones. You get to, but let's use what we've done now. So we have. So this is E, alright? And then we have, remember we're doing accidental, so you have to put the sharps where they appear. Okay, so you now have F sharp, which is this. Then you have G. Then you have A. Then you have B. Then you have C. Then you have D sharp. Then you end on E. And of course, you should know where the semitones are. Alright, and then you descend also in the same way. When you are descending also, you put the flats and the sharps. If you are asked to do this is accidentals. Whereas when you are asked to do key signature, which of these 2 sharps will you remove?
The 7th one.
No. Key signature, you remove this one and put it here.
What I mean by that because you only focus on the one that you're taking from the actual.
No, but the key signature is what's okay? E minor. What key signature would E minor use?
The one that G major uses.
So what one does G major uses?
It's 1 sharp.
So what sharp is that?
F.
F sharp. So that's why you put this is F now. Yeah. So when you say I should remove this, no, this is the one you remove.
I thought by removing you mean just like don't focus on that one, focus on.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So but you remove this, put it here. You still keep this one because this is not a key signature. This is just purely accidental.
Oh, okay.
You understand? That comes up as a result of the harmonic. This is the key signature. If you don't put it on the note, you have to put it on the key signature. If you put it on the key signature, don't put it on the notes.
Okay.
You understand?
So it shows up even when there's a key signature.
What shows up?
The 7th
Of
sharp.
course, it's always there.
Okay.
If it's not there, then it's natural minor.
Right. Yeah.
It has to be there to show that it is harmonic minor. It has to always be there. The 7th sharpened note. You have to always sharpen it. All right, let's do the last one. Now, what's the last one? I think D minor.
Probably. I think so. I might need to check the syllabus.
Can I clean this?
Yes.
I think the last one is D minor. Okay, so do you like? We can still do D minor. Let's do D minor now. So D minor, what will be the relative major? So what key signature should D minor be using? F. Good. F major. And that is 1 flat. What flat is that? If you can't remember, I can just construct the scale of F. B, so B flat. So you construct the scale of F, put your B flat, and then you now start from the 6th note to the 6th note, and you sharpen the 7th after. But so that's one way of doing it. So so let's do this one now. The final one on this supper, on the treble clef, right? So this is which brings you will get a better note next time. Okay, yeah. So now D minor. Okay. Okay, now already you know that F major is just 1 flat, and that's B flat. So it means you can even write from D to D and just flatten only the D. Okay? Because if you write F to F, you flatten there. Remember, you want to start from the 6th note, which is D to D, and maintain whatever is on that major scale, just maintain it. When you finish, you can now do your sharpening. Don't forget to do your sharp. So let's do D to D first. So where do we have D? Which D are we going to use?
I could use the one directly below the first one.
Good. So we use, this is D, alright? E, F, G, A, then what happened to our B?
It's sharpened. Flattened.
Flattened, because remember we're on F major.
Yeah.
That's the relative major. B flat, C, and then you went on D. Remember, if you do the intervallic structure, you will get exactly these two. So I'm just trying to tell you that in case, if you remember the intervallic structure, then you may not need it, just tone, semitone. But in case you forget the intervallic structure, then just think, okay, what's the relative major? Start from the 6th note, which is, which gives you the minor feeling from the 6th note, and then 6th note to 6th note. Maintain whatever is in that major. Now that we are done, are we finished?
We're doing harmonic, so
yes.
Sharpen the 7th.
So we sharpen the 7th note, which is this, so I have my sharp here. Okay? The same thing also when we are descending. And then, remember, 2nd, 3rd. Second, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, semitones. Okay? And then when you're descending, also the same thing. Now this is what? Accidentals. because you see the B flat is in there. But if you are told to do this as key signature, what do you do?
You'd remove the flat.
Remove the flats and put it where?
Put it on that line. Yeah.
So please note that they can give you a note. They'll say, okay, everything is accidental. What key is this? Then you'll be able to say, okay, I shouldn't look at the seventh note to know what the key is. I should look at what else do we have here apart from the seventh note. What relative major have this kind of note? Then that's the key signature we use. Alright, so that brings us to the end of today's class. So